I only specialize in what I call the really great bubbles.
What is going on YouTube? It's Brendan from Market Makers. Guys, a Sunday kickoff show, your Bitcoin video. I'm setting up my videos slightly differently. I'm segregating out equities moving forward to keep these videos a little bit tighter. I know a lot of people have time pressures, so you're going to get a separate Bitcoin video, a separate equities video. Going to release these videos as of now on Sunday and Wednesday, and then maybe once a week I'm going to do a special video. It might be altcoin TA, might be commodities TA, things like that, or an educational video, something like that. And I'll probably put that out on a Friday. Okay. So just want to give you that schedule. Definitely like and subscribe to this channel. Really do appreciate your support. Guys, this video is brought to you by BITGET. If you want to trade all the crypto, spot, and futures, check out their link in our video description. It helps support this channel. And of course, our Discord trading room, where you can join a community of 13,000 financial freedom seeking individuals. Your participation there would be greatly appreciated because we have a lot of fun in that room, guys. The members there are awesome. Unique space. It is not a Reddit dumpster fire, okay? Professional staff, professional traders. Think you'd really enjoy it. Check out that link in the video description. It is half off your first month, so you can try it out. All right, guys, look at my screen. Man, I love it when a pattern hits and appears to be playing out to a T. Very, very beautiful thing. Little bit of redemption for my geometric Gartley pattern getting blown out, even though we previously called the pump. The pump went a lot higher than I thought, but it hit the second pattern I gave you early last week, again, before the next pump up. This is Kepler's triangle. We hit the 786 beautifully at 23,125. Got a little bit above it. Is it going to hold? That's the key. And you guys know I tie this heavily to the equities. Equities have the next 10 days for earnings to come out. If earnings come out disappointing, you're going to see the equities roll over. Definitely watch my SPX video titled "The SPX Will Collapse." I'm releasing these videos simultaneously, okay? I go over the esoteric points in the SPX to look out for, the vibrational pivot points. I think a lot of you will have a lot of interest in that if you have any interest in the esoteric space at all. But let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin. Could this be the top? I mean, for me, you guys know I'm tracking very closely with Dante's Descent, okay? So why Dante's Descent? And again, I apologize for the subs that have been here a long time, but this pattern's been going on since the all-time high. It gave me a 64% drop from 48.2, which I published on YouTube. Traded this in a room for a 40% drop. Gave you guys the 28% drop here in the pattern. So the pattern's been tracking beautifully, giving us huge swing trades. So that's why my bias is to see this pattern complete. So is it the top? Well, one element, like we talked about last video, is none of these swing highs from the vibrational pivot tops here have been defeated. 48.2 was never defeated. 25,207 is this pivot high, and price is at 22.18 as we are 8.18 as we are recording now. Now, I know a lot of you are going to notice the 9-bar 63-day upswing here. We are now on this 10th bar. Has that changed anything? Well, remember, when you are pattern trading, patterns are dynamic. They are not static. Okay, so patterns will expand and contract. This is why it's important to understand the rhythm that's established by the marketplace. And for us, the rhythm is the square of 144. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you simply expand this top out from 21 bars to 22, and you still sum up the two previous boxes as well, you still end up with the square of 144, the Gann square of 144. It's like 144 spot something, spot X, okay? So that could also mean the next box that forms may be a bar or two smaller than 21 bars. It could be 19 bars, could be 18 bars. So we use these as forecasting. Now, we've been very fortunate with getting the exact pivot bars to make these big trades, but right now we are outside of the pattern boundary. Do I think it violates the pattern? No, not yet. I don't think it does because, again, it's going to be a summation of the squares and what they equal out to by the time we have our next pivot. And right now we're still in that Gann square of 144. But let's go ahead and go forward. Guys, looking at this pattern, if we do top out here, let's assume, just for the sake of argument, equities top out this week or perhaps start to break down. Let's say Bitcoin just tops out. Bitcoin's been lagging. Remember, the equities rallied up. The S&P rallied rallied up off the Santa Claus rally, winter solstice rally, whatever you want to call it, 6-7% move up. Bitcoin then had a delayed rally. Okay, so if the equities roll, maybe Bitcoin's roll will be delayed, but the reciprocal move for the down move for Bitcoin, let's go ahead and look at that, is essentially the exact same pattern in reverse. Kind of unbelievable, but that's how the Fibonacci ratios lay out. From our AC, we have 811. Perfect would be 786. And for the BD, I went ahead and laid out 1272. We can take our trend-based fib here, go from A down to B, up to C, and we need some fib levels. That might be useful. Let's go ahead and throw the 1 fib on here. You can see the 100% retracement would be market symmetry at 13,639. But let's go ahead and get a fib retracement, find some confluence with this move as well off this pump, right? So we get a fib retracement. Let's go ahead and add some more levels here as well. Let's get our 1 fib. Let's get our 618, 786, 1272, 1414, and actually the 1272 is the only one that you're going to need to see looking here at my screen. I'll leave the, well, that'll be confusing. I'll take the 1 fib off. So if you look at the 1272, that lands you Bitcoin support at 13,336, and notice the pattern hits that beautifully because again, the BD ratio is one spot 272, reciprocal ratio to 786. So I'm looking for the move down for that spring equinox. Again, that occurs March 20th of this year. So sometimes late March, early April, view it like a quadrant, not the exact day, okay? A quadrant, it's a forecast. But I'm looking for a move down to Bitcoin. Remember, we had that 12.5 number prior to this second leg of the pump, but because we pumped up higher, it changed the ratios of our pattern. So now we're at 13.3, 13.6. This little quadrant right here is where I expect Bitcoin to find that next bottom. And guys, just like in my S&P video, this will be the true test of the size of the bubble for Bitcoin. And I talk about that as well in previous videos, but you guys know I expect a big rally off the spring equinox. Again, the spring equinox, the fall equinox, if you view time as a circle, the spring equinox is at 180 degrees and the fall equinox is 360, the completion of a cycle. 180 degrees is a pivot. So I expect a big rally off this number, and the same bullish people, the same perma bulls will tell you the bottom is finally in. Guys, the bottom was in here, by the way. The bottom was in here. Every place that Bitcoin has gone to since what, 28K, when people told you would never lose 28K, then they told you would never lose the previous all-time high from the previous cycle, it lost that. I'm telling you, you have to marry the macro to the micro to understand what's happening in this marketplace. The economy is not officially in a recession yet. We haven't had bad earnings month over month yet or quarter over quarter yet. You're going to see everything pull down further. Could 13.3, 13.6 be the absolute bottom? It could. I personally expect further deterioration in the market and the final bottom for Bitcoin to arrive. Just guess, fall equinox, late September, early October, just like in the dot-com crash. I believe it's going to play out the same way for the equities. But the rally will tell us what we need to see, because if we rally up and hold the rally, then maybe that is the bottom. And if the economic conditions improve, that would be very bullish for the marketplace. Guys, looking at our Kepler's triangle bearish pattern on the daily time frames, we need to look at a couple different things here. How's our volume doing? I want to look at the volume here specifically. This is an indicator made for Wyckoff using VSA, volume spread analysis. We had a 3 sigma candle here on this big pump up that pumped us through my geometric Gartley, okay? So we had a 3 sigma volume candle, 3 standard deviations out of trend. You need that for breakout volume. Now, on this last big bar, we had an average volume bar building up volume divergence, and this is also why you're starting to have a lot of difficulty here at 23,103. Volume is a leading indicator in the market. You can have fewer participants buying Bitcoin, right? You can have fewer participants willing to pay higher prices, but supply and demand, at some point, those participants get exhausted in the marketplace. We look at our other indicators. This is a fractal trade 15 relative volume indicator, RVOL. He custom designs our indicators for our room, like our MFI beneath it, which you do get as gifts for joining our room. even with the half off price. So definitely take advantage of that, because where else are you going to get 4 indicators for that for $20, the half off price to join our room? You're not going to get custom designed indicators for that. And our MFI isn't overbought. We are starting to build. It's early. It's only a couple daily candles. But as you can see, the big pump candle up, we actually got bearish divergence here on the MFI building up. Look at the relative volume. The relative volume on that 3 sigma candle, confluence with indicators, guys, key element in trading. You have a 3 sigma candle, extremely high. Look at how high this relative volume just boosted the price up, and then your relative volume dropped off dramatically for this next leg up, again telling me not a valid breakout. Another reason I am biased, the bearish divergence forming, but the volume is telling me this is most likely in this quadrant our topping action, unless the equities break out more to the upside. Okay, again, watch that S&P video after this video, but that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, guys. That's what I see. My next Bitcoin video will be Wednesday. I will be dropping a special video once a week as well on Fridays. Might be altcoin TA, commodity TA, educational video, different things, maybe a Dow theory video, different things like that. So our Sunday and Wednesday videos will be consistent, and then we'll have a special video every Friday for you as well. Definitely like and subscribe. See how much faster this was? We're like at 11 minutes. Like and subscribe. But guys, this to me on the daily, again, it's daily time frame here, but looks like we're topping out. You got to watch equities and see what they do this week. If they push up a little bit more to make their double tops, watch the SPX video. You'll see what I expect. Take care, everybody. I will talk to you all soon, and I'll answer all your comments, as always, in the YouTube comment section. Talk to you guys soon.